AoE, throw the frostbite,
And then caw.
and shut it down. Yep.
Big Bird strong. And we are off to Champ Select.
All right, here we are. We're going into the finals. Both teams 3-0, put up some great games. And looks like Hi2U is going to be on the blue team with the first ban.
On the Blitzcrank. We will not see any hooks this tournament. I'm sad.
That is disappointing, but
DWAI going again with their Malachi ban. Potential AoE 15-minute push strat again.
yeah,
Set and for the first time. Haven't seen him at all this tournament yet.
he's really strong. He's very slippery. He can put out a lot of damage quickly, and his ability to jump on the carry and then jump out
Doesn't that sound like every ninja in the game?
pretty much. But his ability to reset his blink is really, I think, what puts him apart. A good Zed can keep those E's going, can put the Shadow Walk on that much shorter of a cooldown, and can make a Zed very, very hard to catch. Looks like we're going to see the Kha'Zix ban as well. The bug, very terrifying. We saw Zipper Tester in the first game. I think he went 10-1 with Kha'Zix.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was out of control.
Rushed that Tear of the Goddess and just never had to leave the lane.
Picking up that misfortune for Ted 3, I believe, is their AD carry player.
Yep. All right, and the
And drum roll.
Yeah. The Moo band as well as the Oriana. So we've actually seen these bands quite a bit. The Zed band.
Shin is open.
Yeah.
Let's see if anybody wants to pick him up.
Looks like we're gonna have Tarek for team. Don't worry about it. And
Olaf has been pretty a pivotal player.
he's a good all-around pick. You again, he can go top lane, he can go jungle, and it's really hard to counter pick him, especially this early in the champion select. I'm half expecting to see a Nunu with the misfortune. If they were watching that last game, they know the danger of a Nunu Caitlyn, and they know. Well, I guess they Nunu Caitlyn.
They don't fear it.
Yeah, they have no fear. Lulu is a great pick.
And a man bear pig thing.
Wow. And I believe it was you that said the other day that you feel that with the recent Udyr. Oh, we're gonna lose Udyr here.
No man bear pig.
But you felt that with the new 4% magic resist and armor buff that he was going to become tier 1 instantly?
I don't know. I felt like that change was really strong. It's like 4% armor and magic res per stack, and I don't think it went on to say how many stacks he could obtain. I'm assuming it's like 3, like the old monkey's agility or whatever it was for his passive. So an extra 12% armor magic res. He's going to go 21 in defensive tree for another probably like, was it 6% or 4% from the mastery? So he's looking at a passive of like 16% bonus armor magic res. That's pretty significant to me.
Right. And his ability to shield anyway, the lifesteal, very strong. The problem I feel with Udyr is you have a lot of these jungles that can, blink initiate, that can stun from a distance, whereas Udyr, he's got to kind of waddle his way up.
The problem with Udyr Season 3 is Iceborne Gauntlet. That is what I'm saying about melee champions in Iceborne Gauntlet, where if you have an Udyr or Skarner that has to run up to you, Iceborne Gauntlet is just going to shut him down.
Looks like we're seeing a Diana pick here to counter the Katarina. It's one of her top counters. Diana recently rebuffed to do a little bit more damage, a little bit more range on her ultimate again. And, oh, no, just kidding. Looks like it's going to be a Twisted Fate to go up against Katarina and Aurelia.
Making you eat your words, just kidding.
Yep.
Again, another solid pick versus Cat. Has that silence, has that knockup, can
Yeah.
stop her ultimate.
A lot of potential there to shut down Katarina. Katarina is, you have to consider her in Champion Select, I feel. I'm a little surprised they picked, and again, eating all of the words as it looks like Evelyn.
Yeah, I'm just waiting now.
Yeah, I don't.
It was very indecisive. So.
Oh, it's great. They're going to have, looks like Tarek Graves against Lulu Misfortune. That's two very high damage lanes. Lulu with tons of harass. I feel like Tarek Graves may have a bit of an advantage. Tarek really synergizes well with Graves. That passive,
a lot of armor.
That passive armor and passive magic resist of Graves is going to let the healing of Tarek really shine through, as every hit point is going to be that much more valuable on Graves with those natural resistances. And it looks like a
Curious to see how this Jax does against Aurelia,
yep.
or actually quite the reverse.
Yeah, Jax is actually a great pick against Aurelia. It does come down to a bit of a skill matchup. It's all about the Counter Strike versus the W of Aurelia. I can't think of what it's called, but
It's like Hyrule. I should know this. Hyrule style or something.
yeah, you're right. Hitan style.
We'll get this eventually. Just sound it
right.
out.
Yeah, don't ward Hitan Hi2U, I think is the spell name.
According to Champion Select, out of 4,500 votes, Jax is a 2-1 favorite against Aurelia. So
That is true, and I've gone through that whole thing because I was in the matchup. I read everything, trying to learn as much as I could. I was determined to win, and I actually did pretty well. You just have to bait out the Counter-Strike. If you can manage to do that, obviously I wasn't playing against the best Jax in the world, and he probably could have shut me down, but as long as you just don't engage him directly, leave yourself opportunities to jump to a creep when he does do the Counter-Strike, you can get in there with your W, get a really good trade in with that true damage that he cannot dodge, and his options really become leap away or try to trade. And if he doesn't have that ability to stun you, his options can really become limited, especially if he wastes his jump trying to get the stun in and you just jump away. So it really comes down to a skill matchup there, I feel.
skill and timing.
Yep. So it's gonna be probably the lane to watch here. Evelyn, Katarina, both very front heavy on the damage, so we'll see who's able to pick the other one up first. And I'm imagining it's going to be, well, I guess Jax could also be in the jungle. I'm expecting Olaf jungle, but a Jax jungle strong as well. He can show up he shows up, he jumps in, and you're stunned before you know it often.
I think he was a direct counter pick for Aurelia.
I agree,
Top.
but we don't know for sure. So we'll know in a few minutes here. I think this is going to be a great game. I like the lineups from both teams. Both teams have proven they know what they're doing. They're competent, and that they're going to put on a good show, I think.
It's going to be hard for Team Hi2U to stop that Katarina ult. They're looking for a Lulu knockup or a Jarvan knockup, and other than that, you'd have to rely on Aurelia being lower HP percentage to stun her.
Yeah.
Which, if she's taken, blades to the face, perhaps.
I like the Lulu. Her capability to shut down Katarina is really high. Not only are you knocking the Katarina up, who already most likely shumpoed to someone on your team, so you're Katarina puts herself in range of the knockup on your ult.
This is true.
You're also healing and applying a slow at the same time. So the target that Katarina was going for really has to be low, and the Lulu has to be playing slow because it's an instant cast knockup with a huge range that obviously has to be on a champion. That's the disadvantage. But like I said, Katarina's putting herself in the range to make it happen. So even if they're stunned by a Taric, even if they're stunned by the Jax, the Lulu's going to break all that CC. She's going to heal them. She's going to slow everyone around, and really puts the potential there for a quick turnaround on a cat.
Who's opened my eyes, and now as I look at DWAI's lineup, they have a lot of melee here. You got Jax, Katarina, who's going to be in the knockup range from Shumpo, and Olaf, who's, if his Ragnarok's down, they're all getting knocked up from that. I mean,
yeah,
it'll just be Graves picking away at somebody outside of the Jarvan ult. Hypothetical situations. I digress.
To the people concerned in the chat there about the cast being behind the video, it'll sync up once we get to the in-game. We're just a little bit behind here on the champ select, so not to worry. Everything will sync up very soon. It's just a technical issue with the spectate mode in the custom game lobby. All right, so I'm so excited for this game. I think there's a lot of potential for Don't Worry About It Gaming to pick off people before the Lulu has a chance to save. She can't be everywhere at once. Her ult does have a decent cooldown, so we'll see if she manages to save those for those crucial moments, or if she maybe blows a little bit early and gives Katarina that opening that she needs to pick up the kill, get the resets, and clean house.
Also like to address, I did not take note that yes, the Lulu could polymorph the Katarina into a cute little fluffy adorable squirrel instead of a spinning ninja thing.
It's true.
That is the sound of Monster Energy being unleashed. Smell it. It's delicious. Please, Monster, if there's some rep hearing me now, send me free Monster. Please. I'm crossing my fingers there. And I am loading spectate.
Alright, so as we expected, looks like we're going to see the Olaf jungle and the Jax top lane. Jarvan jungle for Team Hi2U, a Lulu Misfortune bot lane versus the Taric Graves. And that's going to be a slugfest, I think. The Taric heal is going to help quite a bit, but the poke from Lulu is going to be constant. The double ups from MF, as long as she's able to land those, really going to put in some hurt. And if she can time her grievous wounds at the right time, she can actually nullify the Taric almost altogether.
That is true. Reduced healing, very strong against those who like to heal.
And especially with Taric, who's got a very long cooldown on his heal. It's a very strong heal. It heals him and his lane partner if used properly. But if you're only healing for 50%, that cooldown looks so much longer when your heal isn't doing as much as it should.
Got an invade going on here.
Yeah, it looks like, don't worry about it, it's looking to invade here. Jack's a little bit behind the party. He chooses to go around towards the blue, and I think that was the right decision, as Jarvan is guarding the mid there. It looks like they're going to run into Misfortune here in the bush. She sees it and backs off. They definitely know that they're there by the red. There is a ward from, don't worry about it, at the red buff, and they're going to know exactly... oh, wow, I need to spectate.
Yeah, I feel like you're way behind me here.
I am way behind. I'm very sorry about that. Go ahead and take it while I load this up.
Yeah, it looks like both teams have just decided to give up the invade here. Just looking for early wolves. Can't be too enthused about that. That's how you kill wolves, guys. Right there. Well done. Brilliant plays. That last hitting, superb. Good to see it. It's important to note that for your jungler, you want to back out of XP range when you kill the lesser minions, just to help them get those early levels. They really need that, and it makes a world of difference.
In jungle, you no longer get XP unless you actually kill the minion.
Ah.
Oh, really? I thought you could still be like at melee range and get that little bit of experience. That's not true anymore?
That is not true anymore.
Wow.
Again, giving out erroneous information, it's what I'm good for.
Hey, we're all learning. There's a lot of stuff to learn about this game. I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
I just like the pretty colors.
Yeah. I like it when they cast the spells at each other. Unless I'm playing against them, then I'd prefer they don't use their spells. Alright.
So far, all's quiet on the western front.
Actually crashed, so I'm going to be a little minute. Feel free to carry for me.
Hoping to see an early gank from Jarvan mid, level 3, after getting these Wraiths.
Yep, CS is looking pretty even so far.
Olaf possibly coming mid. Well, that's aggressive. I don't think they're planning on getting a kill here. He just wants a little harass.
Noticing here at the, I'm still at 3.
Going down on Graves bot lane.
Alright, finally loading up here.
Jarvan going top. Being patient.
And Jax doesn't have any ward coverage, so
maybe he's
in a
waiting
little
for
bit of
that
trouble.
stun to go off on Jax before he engages. That 2 seconds of dodge is really nice. Maybe he's waiting for that leap strike to be used up.
Yeah, he may be waiting for any sort of waste from Jax here, put him in a more dangerous position than he's able to handle, put that Aurelia ahead early.
And yeah, he knew that's how it was going to go down, but he had wasted too much time just sitting in that bush.
Yep. And it looks like Olaf's coming by just to offer that little bit of protection. And
2-on-2 party going down.
Yeah. Jarvan able to walk away, no problem with that armor buff. Meanwhile, mid lane, looks like some good trades going in, yeah. And both at about half health now, a little bit dangerous. As I was saying, both kind of front heavy, able to do a lot of damage, and we'll see who picks the other one off first.
Bot lane for Team Hi2U, doing what they do best, early game pushing that lane. Keeping against
we've seen that a lot. Able to keep them under the tower stealing CS. You can start putting your head really early, especially when you don't quite have that damage to compete with the tower, who's going to be stealing kills from you left and right.
Yeah, unless you're an Aurelia or somebody that can spam spells, it is really hard to farm under the tower.
Yep. There's different techniques. You can actually have your support get in some auto attacks to put it right in range for you, but it takes some practice. It takes some a little bit of luck. And it looks like Jarvan going on top again. Jack's Counter-Strike catches the Jarvan, able to stun,
Nice
knock up, and it looks like we may have first blood here.
Oh, see the flash, they're going for it.
Yep, first blood goes on Aurelia.
Well done.
Great start for Hi2U. And we've seen this every game from them so far. 1K gold up, then the first 5 minutes. And looks like Katarina's looking to even things out. Will the Ignite be able to pick her up? Yep.
Ignite does do it.
Pretty good play from Katarina there. Able to keep it even. And the 1K gold will maintain for Hi2U. No real advantage going to. Don't worry about it yet. It's like Olaf's in a bit of position to gain some farm here top lane.
Always happy to soak up that CS.
Yeah. As a jungle, the jungle tax is a lesser known but very important aspect of the economy.
For the Brawl off, that's just deposit tax.
Yeah. Groggy Ice ain't going to buy itself.
That is very true.
It's like stun going down under the tower. Just a little bit of poke, a little bit of damage. Not looking to follow that up. Just let her know, hey, I'm Tarek, Gems.
And to think, Opal stood for Harmony at one point.
Evelyn, bot lane.
Evelyn, yes.
Level 6, gets her ult off, slows. MF looking to follow it up. Not able to catch up with the dash. Tarek's just going to walk away as well. Throw some heals, no problem.
Good harass though. Katarina using her ultimate middle.
Yeah, level 4 Jarvan trying to hold off an Olaf and a Katarina. Not too worried about the cat anymore, but the true damage. Evelyn coming in, able to kite this Olaf. Manages not to get hit by the tower too much, but
well, they go for Olaf. Still chasing.
Yeah, with no ult from Katarina, she's not really that big of a threat.
Oh, and they do manage to get him down. Lulu coming up from bottom to support.
Oh yeah. Looks like they're on the chase here. She's looking to Shumpo away. Able to get away.
Nice knock up from Jarvan.
Lulu trying to get some poke in, just misses it.
Forced her to blow that flash though.
Flash is forced, and that was a great play by Hi2U, putting them well ahead in the mid lane. And I think Evelyn's going to feel pretty safe to just farm for a minute here. We see bot lane, that pushing tactic is maintaining. Wow, and Evelyn just barely able to sneak away from that Katarina. Katarina no pushover, even with the gank, even without flash. Can't quite seal the deal, but forces Evelyn out of lane. And she's got to be feeling good about that. Top lane, both players going all in. The Aurelia ult as the Ignite goes down, reducing that healing. Jack's in a bit of trouble though. It looks like Jax is going to be forced to back. No, he chugs a potion, maybe looking to try to seal that kill. Looks like Cat and Olaf
stay on top.
Yeah, and it's really risky. We see Jarvan rotating. No, he's going to go ahead and get the blue. Actually, really no support coming top, and he's looking to stay for this creep wave. That's a lot of experience, a lot of gold he's not willing to miss out on, and it's actually going to be the right play here as no one is coming to clean him up.
See, it's a vicious cycle right now because the Aurelia pushes the creeps to the tower. Jax is low, but he doesn't want to leave the lane because of all that farm, but she's going to get the opportunity to go back to base, buy. And then while he does it, she's going to come back into lane, push it all the same, and then probably go gank a lane and go invade the jungle.
Yep.
She really just won time, is what she won there.
She is ahead on CS there, so she's not too worried about the... I'm
curious to see if she just pushes this wave again with her ultimate or not.
Yeah, we'll see what Olaf decides to do with his placement here. There's not a lot for him to clear, so he's probably going to be looking to make a play.
Jarvan coming bot with a lane gank. Bush is not warded.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this plays out. DWAI actually has a level advantage there with the Taric ult. Not sure they're going to be able to clean that up.
Oh, unable to kill that bush ward. Lulu and Misfortune. One hit left.
See the
Jarvan coming down with the Cataclysm and bullet time going off.
Olaf shows up though. He's looking for blood.
Right place, right time. Olaf coming up.
Had a great Lulu ult though.
That is a big Jarvan.
Yeah. Able to heal him right up. No danger. Turns it
They're
around.
going to continue going. Will they dive? And they get away.
Yeah.
Evelyn coming in though. Oh no, she turns around.
Turns around.
Thought she was going to pursue.
And meanwhile, Cat just enjoying the free farm middle. Evelyn actually going to lose a bit of CS.
Jax comes back just to get forced out.
Katarina.
Golem's in the corner like a bad Jax.
Katarina actually forcing Evelyn away there. Evelyn looked like she was looking to do a little bit of a trade, and it did not work out for her. And suddenly, DWAI is, they're not looking too bad despite their 2k gold disadvantage. Evelyn again, trying to get that trade in, just can't seal the deal. Taking a few tower hits, and Jarvan was looking to help out there, too far away, although Cat's going back in, and I'm a little scared for her. Jarvan stops the recall. And we'll see how these next few seconds play out. Looks like they're both just going to go ahead and back. With bot tower down, Dragon's in a bit more trouble. Not a whole lot of ward coverage.
Oh, top lane is it really going to go down? Will she get? She gets the Jax.
Jax. It's actually a bit of an advantage there for Team. Don't worry about it, as they do get that assist gold. A lot more generated for the purple team there, and you know you don't necessarily. I mean, it wasn't a terrible trade. She got the kill. But that extra goal on Olaf is gonna help. They may actually get this top tower. Jarvan rotating to cover that, and that's actually going to open up an opportunity on the Dragon here.
Bot lane coming up to mid, possible 3v1 gang.
They're going to walk right past this ward. Evelyn's low on mana. I don't think she's going to try to stick around here, and that actually is going to put them, again, in a position to potentially Dragon. Looks like they're not going to. Just throws down the Vision Ward. They actually see the ward. It's just in range there. Not able to do anything about it.
There are so many wards right around the immediate area of Dragon. I can see 4.
Hotly contested. Both teams really wanting to... that would actually put... don't worry about it. Back in range of even. And really at this stage of the game, 12 minutes in, we're not seeing that huge lead so far. There's a lot of potential here for don't worry about it to swing it back. Just one team fight.
Not a huge lead, but it's still, we're looking at a 2,600 gold lead.
It's really going to come down to if Aurelia rotates. She's a lot of their advantage right now, and if Jax is able to keep her top lane, the team fight may be a little bit more, the 4v4 at Dragon might be a little bit more even. Counter-Strike goes down, blocking a lot of the He-10 style. Aurelia taking some tower hits, and now Jax feels comfortable to trade. Not too much of a trade there. Bit surprised. And we now see pings going down around the Dragon area. Looks like Evelyn's warding up, and Hi2U is going to start the Dragon. Nope, they're going to go ahead and back off. Their ward coverage spots the Graves. Jax going down under the tower.
I'm missing that. I'm watching this blue fight going down. Again, Cataclysm, bullet time combo too strong.
Aurelia is going to go down to the Katarina. It's a 3v4 by the blue. Graves is down.
Olaf pops the Ragnarok, trying to get away.
The Jarvan stun isn't going to be enough to knock him up. Evelyn, though, looking for the kill. Diving a little bit too deep. Jarvan tanking the tower for Evelyn. Is Evelyn going to be able to seal the deal? No, has to back out. Takes a few more hits from the tower. Meanwhile...
Lulu versus the Dragon.
Versus Dragon. Not looking so good so far. Jarvan coming to tank it up.
Katarina coming back down with her ultimate refreshed.
Yeah. And they have the pink ward. They have the control here.
Goes for that Jarvan. She sees nothing but red.
Tries to pick up the Evelyn. Can't do it. Just gonna get caught.
Oh,
huge victory.
So close, Katarina.
They're gonna back off the Dragon, which could potentially give... don't worry about it. A bit of a reprieve here, but overall played great by Hi2U.
Well, I can just imagine what was going through that Katarina's mind. She flashes trying to get that Jarvan kill. She sees the low Evelyn. She sees the double kill set up in her mind. And it's so close, but yet so far.
Just can't quite seal it. Gonna pick up Dragon. A nice return for...
Dragon going down at 14:31.
Yep, so we'll see that at the 20:31 mark.
That is 6 minutes later.
And until then, we're going to see outer towers being pressured, and I imagine buffs getting distributed to their most valuable players. Jax really not able to contest this Aurelia, just pushing under the tower, completely ignoring him. And it looks like Champion Select doesn't know what they're talking about, as Aurelia is showing that she has the muscle to maintain against the Grand.
Was it the first blood for Aurelia that allowed her to kind of snowball against the Jax? Did that offset the?
That does help.
Effect?
That does help, and you know, there's been a lot of action up there, a lot of ganks. Here comes
Here's
Evelyn.
an Evelyn.
Yeah,
Speaking of, it looks like a whole team migrating north.
Counter-Strike goes down, able to deflect that, but this tower's in a lot of danger. It's like, don't worry about it. Coming up the rear here, looking to engage under this tower. Tower goes down, and it's really going to come down to the positioning of the next few seconds. Checks the bush.
Here goes the Jarvan.
But still caught in the ult, caught in the bullet time. It's like Katarina goes down immediately.
Nice Lulu knock-up.
It's knocked up. Jax gets picked up. Graves is a bunny, gets blown up. And Tarek, the only survivor. Not
Graves.
necessarily.
Funny. Love it.
Hi2U at a huge advantage now, 5k gold up.
The power of that Cataclysm trapping 3 members of Team DWAI, and then the bullet time raining down on
Lulu knock up. No, they weren't going anywhere. They were taking tons of damage. Beautiful play from everyone on Hi2U. Puts them in a dominant position, and really losing that dragon, least of their problems.
Evelyn just finished her completion of the Deathfire scraps, so we're going to see a big DPS outcrease from her.
And she's already 6-1. That CS lead for Katarina, pretty insignificant at this point, as Evelyn's kill potential is extremely high right now.
With the Deathfire's grasp, I wouldn't be surprised, and 6-1, that she can probably just insta-gib Graves, possibly even Katarina.
I think she could kill Jax straight up, too.
Jax has a giant spell, so I'm not, and a ruby crystal.
That's true.
Too much HP to resist it.
I just, you know, he relies a lot on that Counter-Strike, and he's not going to be blocking any of her spells. I really feel like he's in the danger zone. I guess he's level 11, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, Evelyn has a lot of kill potential right now, and it's really going to come down to positioning and who she's able to pick off.
And again, we're looking at a 5,800 gold advantage here for Team Hi2U, with 4 towers unanswered by Team DWAI.
Yeah, we see Evelyn roaming through the jungle, looking to see what she can find. A little dangerous. You don't necessarily want to be face-checking bushes as an Evelyn, but it looks like
she's brave.
Yeah, she knows where the enemy team's at. She's feeling brave, and maybe just trying to catch somebody out.
See, like right here now, Team DWAI, they're scared. They don't know what to do. We got 3 people just kind of hugging mid.
Yeah, their ward coverage is lacking right now. All they know is that their Wraves are safe. Not necessarily the most important information at this point. And we see a lot of pings going down in the purple jungle here. So we may see some sort of play here in the jungle. Maybe bait into the Evelyn. They're looking for the kills here.
I feel like they need to be just 5-man, camp a bush, set up a campfire, and try and get a pick off, and then create opportunities that way. I mean, it beats standing around in mid lane.
There's definitely an opportunity there. Blue buff just respawned, and DWAI is going to be looking to claim anything they can.
Evelyn's looking at it.
Yeah, she wants to deny them as much as possible. Don't worry about it. All showing themselves mid. So
again, I feel like Team Hi2U could just camp this blue bush.
And I think that's what we might see happen here. They have no vision, no control. We're going to see the Jarvan initiate, no problem. Lulu
waiting for that Cataclysm.
Yeah, Lulu holding on to her ult here. Pops as soon as the Jax goes in, giving Katarina a little bit of a window
Graves
here.
Get chased down by Aurelia.
Not able to pick that up. 3 for none, 4 for none, 5 for none, and that's
There's
ace.
The ace.
And they're just going to convert that into tons of damage. Probably an inhibitor at this point. We see some pings going down.
The Jarvan ultimate there was beautiful. He essentially cut their team in half.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do.
Conquered.
They were running every which way. Graves shut down immediately. Didn't even get a chance to ultimate during that.
His target was Katarina. That's the only person he managed to entrap within the ultimate, but I think he was using it more just as a barrier.
Yeah, in those very narrow areas, that double wall, very frustrating. You can't actually get over it with a flash. You'll just end up in the middle of it. So it's great play from Jarvan. He manages to survive as well, and yeah, five for none. That's really not optimal.
That was just an outstanding Jarvan ultimate, in my opinion. Not really caring about who he trapped in the middle or doing damage to, but just creating that barrier. He completely covered that whole pathway. It was beautiful.
Yep. Maybe
in the future, seeing how well he's using that ultimate, maybe it's not good for Team DWAI to try and do any kind of jungle fights. They're going to want to be in a wide open space if he's going to be able to cut their team in half like that.
Especially with the bullet times that this MF has been having, catching usually the entire team for multiple ticks. They're in a lot of trouble here. They're
reminiscent of the top lane fight. It was the same thing.
They're going to need a great team fight here to be able to pull this out. You know, a quick Baron afterwards. I'm really scared for them. Looks like Dragon just respawned and Hi2U's all over it.
Now we know Team DWAI is losing at 17-4. Should they buy in oracles in this situation and seriously just camp a bush in a jungle, just 5-man roam? Because like right now they're just standing in mid lane. The other team's picking up objectives.
They've got no knowledge. Anything they try to do right now is the ward coverage is great for Hi2U right now. They really need some sort of advantage. Anything, whether it be vision, positioning, and it looks like they're about to be engaged on again. Aurelia getting pushed down.
On.
Yeah, the bullet time again, catching the entire team. Evelyn going in, doing work, and we have 3 for 1, 4 for none, another ace unanswered, and a GG.
GG from Team Purple.
Yep. So it looks
Team
like
Hi2U steamrolls InfinityBrawl Week 6.
Yeah,
well, guys, well played.
These are some great games.
Definitely some great games. Zipper Tester, showing he can test more than just zippers, shows off a dominant top lane performance.